Hi, my name is Shimla Sharat and my register number is UA15CS356. So, the aim of this experiment is to create a quiz application and the library system along with a car that is animated to move forward using JavaScript. So, first off, I've created a table in order to display all the three application. There is a quiz application, the library system, and also the moving car using a table. And they are a clickable button, so once they click they move to another page. So as you can see, I created the table, and the first one is quiz application, and given the reference to main.html page. The next is moving car with the link car.html, and next is library books with library.html. And in the style sheet, I've used nth child and nth child odd even, so that each of the table, every row has a different color, and the table is relative, and the margin is to the left at 135 pixels with the color as white, width and font family and font size, and all the properties are given as such. So next we'll go to the quiz application. So here in the main.html, the quiz application opens where the name of the person is to be entered using a text box, and a button is created which once again directs us to another page where the quiz application currently exists. So in the quiz application, as you can see, the body and the field set are set to a different background color. So that is a style that we have used. And in the script area, the JavaScript area, we have created a function called calculate score. In here, I created a variable called score, and it's initialized to 0, and also another variable d where document.query selector is used in order to see if the value that is given, if the quiz application, if the answer is ticked, that is in the radio button, so if the answer is 3, then the score is increased to 20. So the same goes for every single question. If the answer is right, then the score is increased by 20 marks. Okay, and finally, if the score is equated to 100, then good job, you got an A is displayed. Similarly, for every score, different output is given. Finally, next we on the body. After loading, we set a time of 5000 milliseconds. So after 5000 milliseconds, the question changes rapidly, and you cannot choose the previous answer. So in the field set, I've created I've written the question in the header tag, in the heading tag, and I created a radio button with the answer next to it. So here the value is 1, 2, 3, 4. So if the value is clicked or if the value is checked, then the previously written this thing is checked, and the required desired output is gotten from the computer. So the same goes for different questions. For each question, a radio button is created with 1, 2, 3 with 4 options, and each of the options, if one of the options is selected and if the answer is right, then this invokes a previous query where if the answer is right, the output is gotten and the score is multiplied. And finally, when after the answers are given, and when submit is clicked, then the function is executed. So finally, the result is displayed as well as the grade. So this is a quiz application. Next is the moving car. So here in the style sheet, I just give the width and height of the image. So in the body, on loading the page, the image is displayed. The image function is invoked, and the background color is set. So in the script tab, we set an interval where the display function is called, and 1000 milliseconds is used. And this, after every 1000 milliseconds, the car keeps on moving. So in function display, I create a variable called d, and with the new object of date. So here d dot get hours, minutes and seconds are gotten, and and this is equated to the time that was previously declared. Okay. So next I call on the image, and I create 3 buttons as test, stop and reset. That is start, stop and reset. So once these buttons are clicked, the car moves or stops or resets itself back to the original position. So these are new functions. These are okay. So the first function is image. This is given in the body. So the image is equal to the element ID previously assigned, and the style position is given as relative, and the style is to the left and at 0 pixels. So it starts from left. The next is the test function. In test function, the timer is set as 30 milliseconds, and once the start button is clicked, it moves 30 seconds ahead. Then the start function. In the start function, the image from the left keeps on moving to 2 milliseconds further. The same goes for stop, where it clears the interval timer, so the car stops abruptly. The next is reset button, where in the reset function it goes back to 0 pixels, that is to the starting position. This is my car application. The next is the library function. In the library function, the body is given the style. The only style given is the body color, background color. Next, here in the script tag, I created a function called book with initialized values, and the title, the publication and author is equated to the parameters given within the function, and a display function is created where the book title and the author name is printed, and a loop is run where for every book it keeps on printing. Now here I have created an array with the author's name, the book's name, and also the year of publication. And next is the after function. Here the function that was published after 1980 is displayed, and here in before function the loop is run where the books published before 1980 is displayed. So these are run only after clicking the button. So the button is created for display function, after and before function. So once these buttons are clicked, the books that were published before 1980, after 1980, and the entire book list are published. So when I run the program, so as you can see, this is the front page where with the table clickable text are found. So when I click the quiz competition, I get enter your name. So I type name, and then I start the test. So as you can see, the test is started. So I give the answers. So I just give random answers, and once it's completed, the result is displayed along with the grade that was after grading the test. Next, is the moving car. So once I give start, the car starts moving, and when I give stop, the car stops. When I give reset, it sets back to the original position. The next is the library books. So in the library functions, I click display, and all the books that are available are displayed. And I give back. And the books that were published after 1980 is displayed, and the books which are published before 1980 are also displayed. So this is my program, and thank you.